Venice Island is a great place to live. We have many beautiful beaches. We have a fishing pier where you can actually fish for free. We have a dog beach right down here to our right. We have a very quaint downtown with nice shops and great restaurants. And there are just tons of activities throughout the year, especially during Christmas, that always gives you something to do around here. But what about real estate? How much does it cost to actually live here?
When we were looking for a place down here, we thought there was no way we can afford to be on the island. In fact, I remember being right over there on the pier with him watching the sunset, and I just started to cry. At that time, there were 2 houses under $850,000. And today, there are 6 3-bedroom, 2-bath pool houses on the island under $850,000. And if your budget is over $1 million, you have a lot of options. So in the video today, we just wanted to break down the different areas of the island, what each area offers, and the real estate costs in those areas. And we hope that you find it super helpful. We are standing on the Venetian waterway with Legacy Trail in the background. We picked this spot because this is the vicinity of Quadrant 1. Now, we have labeled these as Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll see on the map. It kind of breaks it down perfectly of what is there, but these are not official terms. Quadrant 1 and 2 are the most economical in price point, and you'll see why as we go through this. Now remember, we are only referring to 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes with pools on this video when we mention price points. You can get onto the island in a single-family home for right around $500,000 as of today. But when we do our prices or talk about areas, we are specifically referring to 3-bedroom minimum, 2 full-bath pool homes. So just keep that in mind. Quadrant 1 runs between what our family calls Middle Bridge and Circus Bridge, and is separated by the rest of the homes on the island by 41. So it's Venetian Waterway to 41, everything in between there, and then in between Circus Bridge and Middle Bridge are our family's words, and that is where we're at. Now, keep in mind, one of the reasons that these homes are less money is because it's not as easy to walk to downtown or the beach. It's doable, but they're further away from both of those. And then also, in order to do that, you are crossing 41, which is busy and something I wouldn't want to do, although I have friends who do that every day just because they like that walk. So just keep that in mind. One nice thing is you are extremely convenient to this trail here. Easy to walk from where you are. It walks all the way around the island. Also, you are right by the high school and the elementary school, Venice Elementary School, which can be very convenient too. I know our kids are active and it's nice being so close to the school. So just want to make you aware of that as well. Quadrant 1 houses run from being built in the 50s, 60s, all the way to literally they're framing a new construction right now. I saw it when we drove by. The price point here is $625,000 to $799,000, with that most expensive house being about 20 years old. So you do have a range. It's a great option, great area. While it's not walkable to downtown or the beach, like we said, it's walkable to the high school, to the elementary school, to the grocery store, the French bakery, food and beer. There are lots of places that it is walkable to. And again, it's right by the Venetian Waterway and the trail. So that's a great option.
So that brings us to Quadrant 2, and this quadrant is actually where we live. I'm sitting right here at the park right across from the Charter School Student Leadership Academy, and I'm sitting looking at these beautiful baseball fields, the water towers right here, and neighborhoods and playgrounds are behind me. Now we made these quadrants up kind of just based on the price. We just tried to divide the island out into different quadrants according to what things typically sell for. We're just calling Quadrant 2 from Airport Road up Harbor towards San Marco and then across back to 41. And that area is what we're going to call Quadrant 2. The characteristics of Quadrant 2 are they're for the most part walkable to the beach and walkable to downtown. Now, we live in Quadrant 2 and we can walk to the beach in about 10 minutes. We can walk to downtown in 25 to 30 minutes. So it's very convenient to both, and it's a great location if those are two of your interests for the area. This part of the island has houses that were built in the 50s the whole way up until present day. The pricier homes in this area are typically either closer to downtown or they are new builds, or they're part of Golden Beach and have deeded beach access. We'll talk more on that later. Now, the prices of these homes range from $625,000 to $998,000, and those are, again, just houses that are 3-bed, 2-bath pool homes. So they have to at least have 3 beds and 2 baths and a pool. And that's as of today. So let's move on to quadrant 3.
We are sitting at John Nolan Park, which is actually my favorite park in the city. The reason is because I love history. And there's a walking path around this block, park's about a block, that says different things of dates that had happened here. So when the land was bought to make Venice, all the way to the circus being here. And it's just a lot of fun to walk through it. It also has a playground as well. Quadrant 3 is where things are starting to get pricey, and you can tell by driving around. There's some beautiful big homes with a mix of smaller homes, newer homes with a mix of older homes, but all much closer to the water and much closer to downtown than we were in the last 2 quadrants. The yards are a little bit bigger, and the houses are a little bit more expensive than what we've seen before. This neighborhood is going to run from the Sands on the Gulf to Harbor Street to downtown Venice. And then this one's unique because you can see from the map, we also jog it over a little bit to what looks like it would be quadrant 2. And the reason we do that is because as you get closer to downtown, you get in the price points of what this third quadrant is. So it has a little bit of a funky shape. So just look at the map and you'll see, and we can explain that to you if you contact us, and it will make more sense. These houses tend to be a mix of older and newer, massive and small, stately, and just houses with great locations. They also tend to have, in general, a little bit of a bigger lot than the last 2 quadrants that we were at. Now, if you are looking here on the west side of Harbor, you are looking at, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath pool home, currently, as of today, listed between $2 and $6.4 million. Now, keep in mind, the $6.4 million house is literally on the water. Like, you look out of the house and there's the beach. So that not every house here is that expensive, but that is why that one is exceptionally pricey. We don't see that every day here, just to let you know. Now, we would be remiss if we did not mention Golden Beach. Golden Beach is an area that encompasses part of quadrant 2 and part of quadrant 3. What is Golden Beach? It's more of an area perk, so to speak, rather than the name of a beach. You can't find something that says Golden Beach on the map. If your home is located in the Golden Beach area, it means that you have deeded beach access. So walking out onto the beach at these 2, yes, 2 deeded areas is like walking in your backyard to the beach. It can't be taken away from you. The primary and most popular access point is a gated entrance. There's parking available for cars and golf carts. There's picnic tables. It's a great place to get out to the water, have a picnic, and it's only for people who are part of this area called Golden Beach. Now, there are no restroom facilities, but you're also not very far from your house, so that's not really a huge deal. Because of the gated beach access, homes in quadrant 2 that are part of this Golden Beach area on the map sell for elevated prices compared to homes not on Golden Beach, the next block over. And we are an example of that. We are about a block or 2 away from Golden Beach, and so our house is priced more like the rest of quadrant 2 versus 2 blocks over. They're going to get more for their house because they have that access to the deed restricted Golden Beach area. So for those of you who have heard of Golden Beach and didn't know what it was, now you know.
So that brings us to quadrant 4. Now, quadrant 4 is going to be from Venice Avenue to the north, and it's surrounded on water by 3 sides being the Gulf, this bay behind me, which then goes back into the canal area where the bridges are that you take to get onto the island. One thing that drives the price a little bit higher at this end of the island is the proximity to the downtown area, as well as the proximity to water. So that would be either the proximity to the beach or the proximity to the beach and the ability to have a boat slip right in your backyard that you can go out and take your boat anytime you want. In addition to that, the lots seem a little bit larger on this side of the island, and the houses tend to seem a little bit larger as well. And there may be some newer rebuilds, like where maybe an older house had been there years ago and they tore it down and rebuilt it. And it seems like when that happens, the rebuilds are quite large homes that are really stately and extremely nice. So because of those factors, it usually means that the homes found in what we're calling quadrant 4, the north end of the island, are typically $1 million and up. Now, when we did our search that we used for this entire video of the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom pool homes, we actually only found 2 of those on this end of the island in this quadrant 4. And those 2 homes just happen to also be on the water, like you see behind me. So they do have the direct bay access. And the prices of those were right at about $3 million up to $4.375 million. Now, if you aren't looking for that specific criteria, you can definitely find homes at this end for less than that, but typically they aren't going to be much under $1 million. Now, that is just for single family homes. There are, on this end of the island, plenty of condos along the beach, especially as you get up to the South Jetty. There's condos all along that road here, which is actually the road I'm sitting on. I'm sitting in the park right here, along that road, right by a public boat ramp. And it's really nice because you have this nice setting out here, kind of just sitting here back to myself. So we're not really talking about condos in this video. We can say that for another time. We're just mostly focusing on single family homes. But if you're looking for a condo, that doesn't mean that we can't help you. Just get a hold of us and we'd love to give you a hand with trying to find the perfect place for you.
So now that you've seen our video, let me ask, is island life right for you? If it is, let us know in the comments. If it's not, or you're not sure, why don't you click on one of these videos and you can learn more about other areas and neighborhoods in the area.
So if you are looking for a place here on the island or anywhere in Sarasota or Charlotte County, let us know. If you have questions, we'd be happy to help you or even just show you around and show you a few places that might interest you.